You'll have to forgive me if my voice sounds a little bit off or a little bit weak. I am unfortunately super sick, but that's not going to stop me from talking about this week's episode of Fairy Tail, okay? You know what they say, no days off. So let's just get right into it. And off the bat, I have to say I absolutely loved how this episode opened up. Because once that crack appears in the sky, everybody is instantly filled with fear. And then suspense just fills the air. Because everybody knows what's about to happen. Everybody knows who's coming back. It's just the weight that's killing everybody on the inside. And then they throw that jump scare in there with him actually coming back. Bro, it was executed perfectly. Then we get the explanation as to how Acnologia was able to escape the time rift, and it turns out that he just ate it. My boy doing it big. He's proven to the world that he is what it means to be an absolute savage. But since Acnologia ate the time rift, that caused his body and spirit to separate. So while his body is out in the real world wrecking shop, his spirit is in this time rift-esque place. And in order to maintain balance between spirit and body, he has to absorb the Dragon Slayers, or rather, take the Dragon Slayers and put them in the Time Rift-esque place, and then absorb their powers in order to keep that balance. I don't know if I'm explaining this well at all. Somebody in the comment section will probably do a way better job at explaining what is going on here than me, so go down there if you want a better explanation. Nevertheless, though, this episode was going fantastically. I mean, everything was working out for my boy Acnologia. The plot was great, the opening was great, the suspense and action were there. Then everything just decided to start going downhill a little bit. I mean, first of all, we had the unwanted return of the two worst characters of all time, Ichiya and Anna, because you don't want them there. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand not wanting to be anywhere near these characters, but you know where else they don't belong? Is in this final season. You could have done us all a favor and ended it. And then secondly, we got the Dragon Slayers breaking free from their crystals. Now, let me explain how this all went down, okay? So first off, all the Dragon Slayers, that's Sting, Rogue, Cobra, Loxus, Gajiel, Wendy, and Natsu, were brought to Acnologia's Time Rift-esque place, right? All of them were frozen in crystals except for Natsu. Although he was well on his way to being frozen in a crystal. He was losing the ability to use any fire whatsoever, and it looked like it was lights out for the main protagonist. But then suddenly, he can use fire again. And not only can he use fire again, but then all of the Dragon Slayers break out of their crystals. And I'm like, huh? What's going on? How is this happening? Well, it's explained that basically the Dragon Slayers heard the voices of their friends wanting them to return, and that's what caused them to break free. Bro, what? What does that even mean? How does hearing the voice of your friend wanting you to return give you the ability to break out of a crystal that was made by a person who has the power of time on his side? This has me worried, bro, because I cannot have my boy Acnologia lose to no damn friendship power boost. I can't have it happen. Now, even though I'm worried about how Acnologia is going to lose, and even though I didn't like how the Dragon Slayers broke free from their crystals, I gotta admit that when Loxus broke free from his crystal and he came down and dropped that fire line, and then you had Natsu with the follow-up, bro, I'm not saying that I'm not still worried, but what I am saying is that those lines kinda made up for some of the faults in this episode, I'm not gonna lie. Because you had this man Loxus start out by saying, alright then, it's time we do some hunting, Natsu. And then Natsu smiles and says, dragon hunting. Those are the most fire lines of this season. Also, you have, in addition to those fire lines, Acnologia's comeback, bro. Because he says, it seems I need to teach you why I am called the Dragon King. Fire lines all around. Fire lines all around at the end of the episode. But anyways, thank you all very much for watching. I hope that you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.